the sixth line, we talked about the shadows in terms of it's really going up in your head. It's really going up in your head. It's checking out, it's giving up, it's becoming apathetic, or it's dealing with other people in kind of a holier than thou way, because you've got that capacity for this lofty kind of a view on things. But the whole key really as a sixth line, I mean, the theme of this conversation is emerging into somatic awareness and your capacity to be in touch with yourself. And that's what I tell sixth lines. And do you know anything about tone, or with that, do you know something about tones? No, okay. So I won't get into all that, but the bottom line is just simply that your capacity to be in touch with yourself, which means with your body, is really what enables you to be vulnerable and authentic, right? So the degree to which you're overwhelmed, the degree to which you're intimidated, scared, and conditioned is in direct proportion to the degree to which you're being fake.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And so it's really a matter of being anchored in self, knowing what those foreign invaders are, not identifying with them. If you're overwhelmed, it's okay. It happens to all of us. Have the awareness. It just simply have the awareness to know you're overwhelmed. You don't problem solve that in the moment. You're not going to problem solve your nervous system. You just say, ooh, I'm overwhelmed. That means I can't trust myself right now. That means I can't make decisions in the moment. I need to leave the room and come back when I can, and do your best at doing that diplomatically. That's really it. But that's going to be so key for you to actually show up, with authenticity. And that's what's going to enable you to be inspirational. That's what's going to enable you to be a true role model and be in touch with the other, right? If you're not in touch with self, you're really not in touch with the other. There's just the distance you have with yourself is in direct proportion to the distance you have with them. So.
And is this like different on the roof? Off the roof?
Well, all that's true. All that's true across the board. And the thing that I want to get across to you about the roof is that we all have, in the human design field, there's not good discernment around the difference between the healthy expression of the line and the shadow of the line, So in the case of the sixth line here, we are giving too much permission, or we think that it is correct for the sixth line to really check out. And that's not what the roof phase is. The roof phase isn't checking out and living in the middle of the nowhere and giving up on life. The roof phase is simply a period in which you're gaining objective wisdom. You can even in the roof phase be quite accomplished in doing a lot of things, but there's a different orientation within yourself, So I get wary when I hear about someone who never does anything anymore in the roof phase. That's not it. I'm not saying that's not okay to a degree at times in some proportion, but I'm just seeing people really checking the hell out. And that's the coping strategy of the sixth line, right? So we don't want to endorse that and act like that is the healthy expression. So